people, we are gonna be playing Cult of the Lamb and becoming the strongest. But before we start, you should press that subscribe button or else I won't sneak into your house at midnight. So let's start up the game and... So these 4 cult leaders wanna execute me because I was supposed to fulfill this prophecy. They also killed my entire bloodline, so this prophecy will never... Is that Jesus Christ? Wait, who the frick?
A few moments later.
So this god named the one who waits offered me a second life, and in turn I start a cult for him and free him from heaven. But to do that, I need to kill the 4 cult leaders who killed me. So I easily agreed and got revived. And the second I did, I promised to massacre this whole forest until there's nothing but ash and fire. So I started murdering everyone in the forest, and not long after, I met this old man named Ratal, which is gonna teach me about this game. Little did he know I played these games before. After that, I recruited a little hedgehog that I decided to keep as a follower. And eventually I made it out into this open field that I called my cult. In there, I indoctrinated my first follower and called him this. And no, I'm not pronouncing it. And after cooking a 5-star gourmet meal, I decided to go back to the forest and continue my conquest. In the forest, I started killing every bug and bat I saw. Yes, even the bats and bugs ain't safe. I told you I was killing everybody. Eventually, I rescued another follower and added them to my cult. And after fighting more bugs and monsters, I eventually made it to a room where Leshy appeared. Yes, one of the 4 cult leaders. And he was yapping about something. And after he was done yapping, I made it to the boss room, where Leshy appeared again and turned one of his followers into a boss. And the boss was a little difficult and got me down to 1 health. However, I was able to defeat it and invite it into my cult. And after I gone back to my cult, I indoctrinated those 2 followers. The one I rescued is named Gerson, after my goat. And the second one is named Deadeye, because it looks like it has dead eyes. And then I built a shrine which is gonna gain devotion from me, which will help the cult develop. After that, Ratal gave me another cult member and I named him Jim Bob for no specific reason. I then built a temple to help spread my land religion. After that, I then gone back to the forest to kill more people. And this time, I gotten an axe so I can butcher them to pieces. And like all the other times, I started butchering everything I saw. Eventually, I unlocked cursive, which is like a secondary weapon. And Leshy appeared who gave me a present. That present was a sneak attack. Leshy, if you hear this, I will find you. And you don't want to know what happens to people I find. Eventually, I found the boss room and fought the boss. And since I picked up a poison tarot card, I slowly but surely poisoned the boss while butchering him. And then got him as a follower. Back in the cult, I indoctrinated that new follower and named him Luffy after another one of my goats. I then unlocked beds so my followers can sleep at night in farm pots so they can plant food for us. Then in the temple, I unlocked the bonfire ritual. However, I need my enemy's bones to do it. So I went back to the forest. In the first room, I encountered these guys. And let me tell you, I hate these guys. They got me down to 1.5 hearts. So I'ma make sure to kill every one of them in the forest. Anyways, not much happens. I met this cat, this bird talks to me, and then finally we're at the boss floor. And in the next room, something bad happens. I died. So is this the end? Of course not. I came back. You know why? Because I am the strongest. And I'ma make sure no bug ever kills me again. So I got revived, and before I can go back to the forest, that guy's name I can't pronounce told me to name the colt, and I chose this. Yeah, I didn't know what to name it. I'm gonna change it later though. Anyways, I went back to the forest and gotten a poisoned axe so I can poison my enemies while killing them. So I started murdering everyone and collecting their bones like a trophy. Eventually, Leshy and two other of his siblings appeared, started yapping, and summoned a horde of enemies that I easily collected their bones. And several rooms later, and collecting a follower, I made it to the boss room. And the bosses? Oh, it's one of you. I'm gonna have fun killing you! So after a heart-filled battle, I eventually defeated the boss and gotten a new follower. Back in the cult, I indoctrinated those two followers. One is named Cross the Road and the other is Barbados. I also built a farm so now my cult members can plant. In the temple, I also unlocked killing so if my followers try anything, they will be swiftly executed. We also did the bonfire ritual, and after that, Ratao offered me to play this game called Knucklebone in his place. And so I went and replayed, and I easily won. And after that, I gone back to the forest to defeat Leshy. So I went to the forest, and in the beginning room, Leshy was already there, telling me to fight him. And oh, I will. After that, the forest was pretty easy, with me keeping all my red hearts before the boss. I did find this totally normal looking man. Yes, totally. He's definitely not fishy. And he told me that if I ever want to fish, then I can go to Pilgrim Passage. I also rescued another follower. And finally, we made it to the boss room, where Leshy sacrificed his own followers to be turned into a giant caterpillar. And was I fazed by this? Of course not. I had too much bloodlust to give up now.
Oh no!
Oh hell no!
And with that, With only one heart remaining, I was able to defeat Leshy and get his heart. And once I came home, my followers circled around me, ready to celebrate Leshy's demise. After that, I upgraded the cult, so now we can get new things and stuff. After that, I indoctrinated the new follower I found in the forest and named him Darkwood. And no, I was definitely not running out of names. After that, this is where I decided to leave off. So if you want to see more content, then subscribe and like. I'm not saying goodbye.